All right, my friends, this week on Prof and Dev Play Games, we are going to do some PlayStation State of Play predictions. Stay tuned. All right, my friends, welcome to episode 526 of Prof and Dev Play Games. My name is Larry, the professor. I play games. Over there is Anthony, the dev. He makes games. He plays games. And Anthony, last week's podcast, prediction was the word I could not think of.
There you go.
Yep. So here it is, predictions. Before we get there, though, how are you?
I'm doing well. I am 10, 11 days out from releasing a game.
Hell yeah, man.
11 days. I get a launch party on Saturday, though, so that's going to be nice.
Very good. That's going to be awesome.
I'm looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm. Like a pre-release launch party.
Yep. Like this is actually happening. Everyone's flying in. I get to see people from all over the world that I talk to all the time, but they're all going to be here. It's going to be a blast.
Very cool.
Yeah. But doing well.
Speaking of blast, would you like a blast from the past, Anthony? Not too far in the past, but I have a Final Fantasy Magic Pack here that is unopened. So we're going to open this. I saved one from the gift bundle that I opened up. This one probably won't have Yuna and Sephiroth in it, but I've used all my luck this weekend on Magic cards.
You kind of did.
That force of will that I busted open.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. Every time I played at the table, people were just like, Jesus Christ! Yep. You drafted that? I did.
Yeah. It's not...
And I had no idea what it was. I just knew it looked good.
It does look good. It's also, it's a counterspell that can be played for free.
Yeah.
So
no
you
man,
see
just
that
one life
played
and sacrifice.
In Commander all the time, and like the highest tiers of Commander.
Oh, wow.
Because it's free. Like,
yeah, exactly.
You can have all your mana tapped, and you could still, if you have another blue card to discard, you can counter someone from like going off in their like CEDH combo.
Yep.
Like,
and it was much lower level play, but I stopped someone from wiping my table. And
yeah, they're like, because it just breaks the rule that when it's like, player's tapped out, they can't do anything to you. It's like, haha, fuck you.
Yep. They asked me right beforehand, they're like, can I see your mana? Are you tapped? I was like, yep, totally tapped. Okay. And I was like, I got this. Yep. And he's like, what the fuck? So I got my win. I got 1 out of 3 wins. And I got my free pack, which was great.
Nice.
But here's Final Fantasy. We got Commune with Beavers.
Yes.
We have Undercity Dire Rat. We have Blazing Bomb. Man, I have all these cards memorized.
Yeah, of course you do.
Sage's Newliths. Flash of Light. We have Lunatic Pandora. We have I don't remember how to say this game. Ahriman.
Yep. Ahriman? I don't know.
There we go. The Prima Vista. Very nice. We've got Cactuar. We have Poo Poo UFO, which is still a great name. I've got the Emperor of Palamecia and the Lord Master of Hell on the flip side. We've got, hell yeah. We've got Starting Town.
That's nice. Not bad.
That is not bad. And then Crossroads Village as my foil. And that's it. So my nice card here is Starting Town, which is not a bad one.
No, actually, I think that one still,
is it still up in around $10? Yeah, it's a good land for sure.
Yeah, I think it should be there. Has it come down in price at all? Yeah, it's $10. Yeah, it's come down a bit. I think as more has made it into the market, but
Well, I went to a Strixhaven draft, the Secrets of Strixhaven, nice. And I have not played Strixhaven yet, and I really enjoyed the prepared mechanic.
Prepared rules.
It's really good.
That mechanic.
It's so fun.
I hope they don't just use it there. Although it sounds like the Reality Fractured set is like alternate Strixhaven.
Oh,
that's all that's been previewed. Is it's effectively the what if multiverse of Magic, but it is centered around Strixhaven as the bridge in those portals to those other dimensions. other universes, and
Mm-hmm.
there's alternate schools. They've already shown off what the 5 inverted schools are. They had names.
So
and
different color
I'm
combos?
hoping that,
Different color combos?
same color combos.
Oh, okay.
Name.
Got
different
it.
name
Okay.
and a different focus in that color combo.
Okay.
But since it's Strixhaven adjacent, I'm hoping that they do more prepared stuff in there. Because it's just I really think it's a neat mechanic.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, so there's our Magic podcast. Right. Now we'll switch over to PlayStation as a State of Play coming up on the 2nd. As this publishes, it'll be tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we like to make predictions, and we are very bad at them. So please don't make any bets on what we predict here. I don't know how many you've prepared for the podcast. I've got anywhere from 3 to 5. Don't know where you want to land.
Right. Yeah.
I bet we have the same one for one of them, but let's find out.
Maybe.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I mean, this is a bigger one. Nothing's been said on it, but I expect that we're going to see more from Intergalactic.
Oh yeah, Heretic Prophet.
The Heretic Prophet. Like, I don't see why we wouldn't at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think it comes out this year, but I think they need to remind people again that this is being made, and it's a big first party thing that's not going to probably ever be on any other platforms because they're stopping that.
Pulling away from PC. You want to buy it or you want to play it, you got to get a PlayStation.
Exactly. But I think we just see a little bit deeper dive into that. Maybe some actual like little gameplay little vignette going on. Not long, just enough to be like, okay, what is this game? Other than the vibes of the first trailer, which was a lot of vibes and it was cool.
I would love
time to have a little bit
gameplay.
More than vibes.
I would like to see some gameplay. I don't think we would get. This is one of my predictions too. I don't think we would get a release date other than maybe like a year, like 2028. Yeah. My guess is 2028, to be honest.
I think it's 2028 or late 2027. I could see them trying to be like fall 2027 game, but they might want to do 2028 fiscal year 2027, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Do you think we're going to see Neil Druckmann on stage talking about this?
Probably.
Yeah,
I think that it's time. And then you get some new music from Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross on here.
That would be sick if they were there. Actually,
I mean, maybe that'd
be a big get. I don't know.
Yeah.
I forgot.
So I think it's going to be here in some form. While they're showing things off.
That would be awesome.
We both had that one. So, but yeah, I mean,
but that was not the one I thought we both had, but we definitely both had that one.
So that was Game Awards 2024. So the last time we saw it was...
no fucking way.
Yeah. So
I guess that's a year and a half ago. So
and that's why I'm like, it's time. It's time to show something else. What about you?
Well, I think I'm probably wrong about this one because they're moving away from platform exclusivity on this series, but I would be surprised if we didn't see Final Fantasy VII Part 3 of the remake trilogy during the this game's presentation season. This is the first big one of the season, maybe a tease of something that we'll see, at Jeff's show later. But I feel like it's time to let Final Fantasy VII Part 3 out of the bag.
So I have this on my list, but I have the opposite. I don't think we're seeing it.
Oh, you think we're not seeing it?
Because Square put out their financial guidance a couple weeks ago. And they said don't expect any new games, big games in this fiscal. They actually talked through 2027. They were like, don't expect. They didn't say that this game wasn't coming out in 2027, but they made it pretty clear that it probably wouldn't be, because that's not the guidance they're giving their investors in like what revenues they're expecting.
Damn it. Okay.
And if it's later than 2027, I don't think we see a thing here for it.
I agree. Yeah, if it's 2028, we're not going to see anything here at all.
I think the first time we see it would be Game Awards.
Game Awards. Yeah. Oh,
so that's where I'm at with it. Because there's only because, and this was because I was listening to No, I didn't listen to it. It was I get emails weekly by Final Fantasy Union.
Yeah, sure.
And they were talking about that investor call and the investor relations, like information that Square had released and guidance, and being like, maybe not actually, because everyone thought it would be, but
yeah,
like,
sure.
Why aren't you prepping your guidance for like a big release? And they aren't.
Right, and they're not going to lead investors astray. They may feint the fans, but not the investors. So,
yeah, like I said, it's kind of having to read between the lines. At most, they give a title card and a name if they show anything at that point. And that could I'm like, maybe
that could be useful for them, just to get out there. Like, here's the name. That's all we're prepared to show. But at least it's starting the cycle a little bit, because we all know it's there anyways. We know it's coming, so why not give something? But maybe nothing more than that if the investor thing is true. Yeah.
Damn. So, but and then also, I don't think it's here. If they're showing it, I think it would be in
at Jeff's.
Yeah, just the straight Summer Games Fest.
Because they're trying to pivot away from just being PlayStation only. So that does make sense. But I will still have it as a prediction. We're going to see Final Fantasy 7-3 in some way.
And my prediction is we will not see it.
Yes, perfect.
So,
it's like you're counterpicking my prediction.
I'm very sad.
Oh, man. But at least it gives me time to replay these.
It's true. So. I actually just got physically the PS5 remake Intergrade. Physical.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. Got it super cheap. I had some like extra Amazon credits sitting around, so I got it for like, it had gone on sale, so I got it for like $5 for the PS5. Wow. For PS5 nice. Combined. And so now I have, because I have remake and Intergrade for PS4.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I want this for PS5 with Rebirth for PS5, and I could have it all on PS5. So I will have to play through it again. I don't know if I want to play through Rebirth again. That was kind of a slog in the end.
It was a bit too much bloat, but fucking
remake,
the first one,
I totally want to play remake again.
So good.
Yeah.
I'm a fourth of the way through a replay. I started it, and then grad school or doc school started it up, and I was like, nope, gotta put it down. And I moved on to other things. So, but man, I love that story. It's so good.
Yeah.
Well, we've both knocked out two of our predictions.
So back to me. This is a more wild one. We see what Sony Santa Monica's working on. What's the next God of War?
And this is not the Freya thing. You think?
I don't know. Maybe I have no clue.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe. Have they announced that they're working on that, or has it just been rumored that they're working on that?
Heavily rumored. I don't know if they announced anything. Yeah, just super heavily.
That's
rumored.
What I think. I am correct. Like, I don't know of anything they've ever confirmed what their next game after Ragnarok was, and it's time to show something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have not announced anything. I'm going to double check real quick.
Because I don't think. Yeah, they haven't announced anything specific. There's a God of War trilogy remake.
That's true. Yeah, that's probably going to show up here. I think they want to have.
I don't think it's just that. I think it has to be.
Yeah, it was just a leak.
There's just a leak on it. There's no.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing where I'm like, okay, this is where they confirm what they're working on, because Ragnarok was 2022. It's 4 years ago when that came out. They should have something to show at this point. Yep.
Especially if the rumors are true and it's like a lighter game. A shorter experience, which I kind of wish more studios would start doing now, like shorter experiences, but also just reuse those assets. Like, let's just normalize Majora's Mask.
Just make another game with those assets. Let's do it.
Fucking just give us an alternate version of it. It's fun.
A little cheaper. A little quicker.
Yeah. Gotta do something to combat.
I mean, at this point, since we're not getting new hardware, might as well just keep reusing the same assets
forever.
Yeah.
We're never getting new hardware on anything ever again. I mean, the Steam Deck OLED just went up $300 fucking dollars. That's insanity.
Yeah, I mean, and it's sold out though. But I did check that the
how many
secondary market prices, even at the inflated new higher prices for Steam Deck OLEDs, it was those, if you can get them through Valve, were still cheaper than what the secondary market was had been selling them for.
Oh wow, by like
$50.
Yeah.
If you wanted a new one, used ones was about the same price, but
I wonder what the
Steam Deck OLED was like 512 gig was like $800 on secondary market minimum, if not higher.
I wonder how significant it's sold out again through Valve is, because I don't know if we know how many units there were. It could have been
and who knows how many
1,000,
they can get,
or whatever.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's the thing. Valve may not have that many.
Yeah, exactly. We had 50. We're sold out. Okay, yeah, well, I can see 50 selling.
Why we're not getting Steam machines right now either. So,
God, can you imagine how much they're going to be?
They're going to be minimum $1,500 is my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Right, I agree.
And that's pretty expensive for that. What it is.
I kind of feel like that's DOA. That's too much money for.
And if they can even produce them at this point, Valve has a certain amount of money and clout.
Yeah,
but they don't have the money like these big AI companies have to get RAM and fab time, and they're not NVIDIA, they're not AMD.
Yeah.
So I just actually wonder how many units Valve can actually make at the current pace. They're not, but they're also not like Microsoft and Sony, who have they are just putting in probably much larger orders ever than Valve would be doing. Like Steam Deck is great and it sold well, but it doesn't even compare to a PS5 install numbers or even a Switch or Switch 2 install numbers.
Oh yeah, not at all.
It's just not. It's not really for the fault of Valve. It's just Valve isn't making it that scale.
Yeah. Well, it's not in retail spaces where, in front of people and it's just through Steam as far as I know.
Yeah, pretty much. So, I don't know. I think there's something to be said about all the people making games now. They're like, oh, this would have been cross-generation. I'm like, you don't get cross-generation anymore. Like, it's going to be the PS5 for the time being.
Like I think we're just now getting. I think Call of Duty just announced that it's only PS5, not PS4.
Yeah, and they're not. And I mean, if we're going on normal timeline, we should have actually have seen a PS6 next year, end of 2027, beginning of 2028 would be the likely time. And I'm like, there's no way.
We're not. There's not a chance. No.
Yeah. When I was working on PS5s for the time being.
Well, and because we're just getting to the point where it's like it's on PS5 only, same thing with the Witcher DLC, Witcher 3 DLC. Like we need to have several years where it is just focused on this gen. Like there's so much they can get out of the PS5 and obviously the Pro. Yeah. Speaking of wild, that the PS5 Pro and the Steam Deck OLED is kind of the same price.
Yep.
That's fucking wild.
It is wild.
Speaking of wild, I'm taking a swing here. Okay. I think that we're going to see PlayStation All-Stars 2.
Oh,
okay. And I'm going to attach Bend to it just because I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I thought there was a rumor about them doing something multiplayer, so I'm just going to marry these things together. I think it'd be fun to see PlayStation All-Stars 2. It's something that they haven't done anything with in a long time, and I think they could do something fun with it. And if they're trying to revive some dormant IPs, I think some rumors have been like, expect to see some dormant IPs in, coming up in the state of play, or if not then, soon. I think something like that is, in the same way that Smash kind of brought Fire Emblem back from the dead, at least in the US.
Sony Bend also, like long dormant franchises. They had Siphon Filter.
Oh, that's right. They did.
Was their kind of like claim to fame on original PlayStation through PlayStation 2. They haven't touched that franchise in forever. So maybe they...
And that's analogous to Splinter Cell, right?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. That and like Metal Gear Solid type stuff, but not as
exactly.
Up Kojima's ass in some ways. I love it. Yeah. I love Metal Gear Solid to a point, but a little bit Siphon Filter is a little bit more just like straightforward, like spy stealthy kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's an old franchise that they haven't done anything with.
Yeah.
What else haven't they? Yeah, but I think you're right. I wouldn't. The point I would say there is there's probably something that works in Sony Bend that they'll show.
Yes. I think that's the part that's going to be true. I don't know if it's. I would like it to be PlayStation All Stars 2, but that doesn't seem like a match. But who the fuck knows? They got knocked off their kilter with that fucking motorcycle game that didn't do super well. Yeah, zombies and motorcycles. His name is escaping me.
Days Gone.
Thank you, Days Gone. Yeah. Cool. Any other on your side predictions?
I don't know if it's going to be here, although a lot of times Capcom and Sony are aligned. Is Monster Hunter Wilds DLC?
Oh yeah,
their actual expansion. And like I said, it may not be in Sony State of Play. That could be in the May and Summer Games Fest, Jeff's announcements, but it's time for that, roughly. Like, all Monster Hunters get one big DLC.
Right.
And now it's time for it. So show it to me.
Show us.
Yeah, that I had that as one of a bigger announcement. I think that would have some traction. But other than that, I think it's all a lot of, like, we're going to see a lot of, like, miscellaneous third-party stuff maybe we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, like, that's my last prediction is, I mean, obviously none of us are saying Marvel's Wolverine because we all know that's going to be there.
Yeah, they already said that.
Yeah, but Witcher 4, I feel like is probably a Jeff thing, but I'm hoping we see at least a little bit of something at the Sony event.
Do you think they'll do a Witcher 4 thing, or if they'll do this Witcher 3 expansion, which I can only imagine ties to Witcher 4 in some way?
And this weekend, I think there was an interview with someone from CDPR who said, think of it as a prologue to Witcher 4. So that makes sense. I don't know if we'll see it here because I think they said, we'll see it later, which could be here. But I was kind of thinking Jeff's thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
But Witcher 4 should be a Jeff's thing too, and not here. I just think with the leading console, they might want to show what it looks like on the PS5.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I don't think you're wrong there. I'm like, is there any other Konami? Konami could have some Silent Hill stuff. I don't know what's Townfall. Is that the next thing that's coming out from them?
Oh, right.
I don't know for sure. I know that they have another Silent Hill thing sometime this year. I just haven't looked up what it is. Capcom has Onimusha still.
True. Well, and also maybe Resident Evil 9 DLC. Maybe it's too early.
Oh, but, sure. Yeah.
That came out in January, I think, or February.
Yeah. It was early. It was January, Feb. Yeah, you're right. Super early in there. But yeah, that was all my main predictions. I don't think we're getting new hardware.
Oh God, no. I mean, unless they're gonna, I think Xbox just came out with like a new controller.
That's true.
So maybe Sony's gonna do that, but I fucking feel like hardware is like the thing we're not really working on.
Did they refresh the portal at all?
Wow. I guess if they were like, hey,
it's cheap to make compared to any other console. Just a screen.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking they could put a fucking hard drive or SSD in it, but then you got to have everything else.
Yeah.
The RAM and everything else, I guess.
It would still stay as a streaming thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, do they want to? I don't know how well it's actually done. I don't know. I don't think there's any big hardware stuff overall. Yeah, a controller.
Not at all. If anything, it's a controller. Just some new controller. But yeah. I don't. I think it'd be fun though. I think they said this can be an hour and a half. If so, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, let's see. Sony State of Play 2026. What did they say? 1 day, 17 hours, and then we'll see it. 60 minutes of updates. This is off their website. So it's an hour.
Oh, okay. So still that's pretty long.
It is.
Although
long.
I imagine at least 15 minutes is going to be Wolverine.
Marathon will be in there too. I'm sure Marathon will be in there.
Oh, it probably will because they're going to do that free weekend this coming weekend.
Yeah, they're doing the weekend. They're doing season 2.
Yeah, you're right.
If the rumors are right, they're going to actually do a PvE mode at some point here, which I think will probably draw me back into play because that's how I just kind of want to play the game. I don't want to play it with sweaty PvP. Mm-hmm. I'm just not good enough.
Well, yeah, that's a kind of a brutal. From what I've heard.
It is an incredibly brutal game.
Yeah,
on the PvP side.
I heard. Oh no, that the break-in copyright, like Fair Games, your game is probably going to be titled Break-In. Is probably going to be here too. So
yeah, there'll be a smattering of little things. I'm looking at their main site. What's God of War: Sons of Sparta? Which one's that? That
already came out. That was done by a support studio. That was kind of like a side-scrolling God of War.
Oh, it's the side scroll. Right. Okay.
Yeah. I think it was like middling reviews.
Tokon Fighter. Sony's publishing that.
Oh yeah, and that's going to be there. I think they already said. I thought they said that. Maybe it was a rumor, but there's
sense.
There's the villains piece that they haven't shown the counterpoint yet, so that's probably going to be there.
Top studio. Yeah, that was what's in last. Okay, yeah. What did they say? I'm looking more. Yeah, they're like, to kick things off, we'll get a closer look at Marvel's Wolverine and some. Yep. So they're going to focus on that.
Yep.
Combat along with new details.
That should be like a quarter of the whole thing is Wolverine.
Yeah, I'd expect like 15 minutes or something on that. Like a little bit of talking, a trailer, and then like a gameplay segment.
And then the pre-orders are live now, sort of thing.
Yeah. But cool. Yeah. It is fun getting into all this. What does the calendar look like?
Wolverine is the 15th of September.
No,
you mean Sony's calendar?
No, I'm looking at the whole Game Fest, Summer Game Fest.
Oh, got it. Okay. IGN Live is this weekend coming up. When's Jeff's thing? The 5th?
The 5th.
Yeah, okay. So it's really this week. Got quite a few.
State of Play is the kickoff thing. Women-led game showcase is Thursday the 4th. Accessibility showcase is the 5th. After Game Fest, Summer Game Fest is the 5th. Day of the Devs is also on the 5th. IGN Live is June 6th. Southeast Asian Game Showcase is on Saturday the 6th. Wholesome Direct, Saturday the 6th. Fellow Traveler is doing something on Saturday the 6th.
Nice. I like them as a publisher.
Future Game Show is on the 6th. That's Saturday. So much.
What is the focus of that one? Is it PC gaming?
Kind of. It's a mix of a bunch of stuff. Xbox Games Showcase is Sunday the 7th. And PC Gaming Show is Sunday the 7th.
Okay. Did you say Xbox in there?
Yeah. Xbox Games Showcase.
Is Sunday?
It says Sunday. Gears of War E-Day Direct.
Oh, yeah. That's after the general direct or whatever. The general showcase, and they do a focus on one game, and it's the E-Day this year.
Yeah. So it's both of those, and that's on Sunday.
Yeah, exactly.
So here's the thing, though. We have the 2nd with Sony, and then everything else starts up on Thursday the 4th. Nintendo has
third.
The 3rd. They're Wednesday, right? They have to be.
Oh, you think so? I think Nintendo just gets the fuck out of the way. They seem to never seem to jump in the water with everyone else.
It's true, but it'd be really funny because they're just
it would be
Sony
great
at the beginning of the week. And actually, the women-led games showcase is it's at midnight. It's more on Friday than it is on Thursday. It's Thursday, depending on. I guess in some parts of the world. For us, it's Thursday, but it's midnight Friday for UK is when they're doing it. But so we could also have Nintendo basically has the 3rd or the 4th. So let's see if they say anything.
Tomorrow we would probably hear.
Tomorrow being like, hey, we have a showcase.
Yes, please. I would absolutely love that. I just assumed they would be like
after all
want
this.
the air for themselves and basically go on their own. Like
actually,
next week or
probably after Star Fox launches.
Oh right wow, that's a while. That's like into July then.
Because
June 25th. Yeah.
So, or maybe I don't know if they'd want to go before or not. Yeah, I don't know.
I'd love to see it though. Because Nintendo's calendar is like, blanker than anyone's because they don't have a ton of those third-party games like PlayStation has. GTA 6 coming out for.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah. That's true.
I would love to see what they've got going on.
Yeah. But cool. It's going to be a lot of stuff. We'll have a lot to talk about next.
Oh yeah. Next week we'll have a ton. I'm very excited. Well, why don't we pivot to what we have been playing?
Yeah.
Why don't we talk about what you've been playing first?
Yeah, I played my game.
Yeah.
I played Starseeker a lot.
Launches on the 11th.
Reset my progress. It's been a bit since I've just sat and played, and I kind of started playing Thursday and played pretty much any of the time I had to play. I just was playing it through the weekend. Just seeing how it flows now. There's been so much going in and changing. It's been fun. I haven't had a great time. No one else is on because I'm just doing it. So I'm doing it all solo. Yeah. And it's good to know that it's I can do it solo. That is one of the goals of the game is like, you don't have to, it's not required that you have other players. You can still progress through the game, but it would be a lot more fun if I had more people, if I could be on a station with lots of people. But yeah, that's for next weekend when we do our network test.
Yeah. Soon enough.
Soon enough. Everyone just log in on that network test day. It's the 5th and the 6th of June. My call is, I don't care if you play, just log in and be idle for a while. Doesn't matter. Just have a lot of people in the game.
Yeah,
kick our servers really hard.
Yeah.
See what falls over for us. And if nothing falls over, great. Then we just get lots of data in our logs about where our bottlenecks are on our servers, and we can start making adjustments. For launch. So yes, that is my hope, that people will just log in, play a little bit. It's not meant to be a crazy thing. It's your last chance to get the retro suit for playing in any of the closed or open tests. That is our one piece of thing that we will not be giving out again. It is a throwback to original Astroneer. People who played Astroneer in early access all got Astroneer's version of the retro suit. So we are doing a similar thing for Starseeker.
And if people were searching for the network test, it's just Starseeker. You search Starseeker and you'll find it. Yeah. Cool.
And it's going to be on every platform. It will be Steam, Xbox, or Microsoft Game Store, which is, I actually think it might be you might be able to play it on PC through Microsoft Game Store as well, but it'll be Xbox Series X and S, Switch 2, PlayStation 5. Go to town, choose your platform, play it. Enable.
I'm going to try it on Switch. No, I'm going to do it on PlayStation because that's where I'm going to buy it. I'm not going to try to keep fucking this up.
I mean, you could play it on all of them. There's nothing that stops you.
That's right.
Yeah. You can just try it, install it on both and just see how it runs. I don't have a Switch 2 to try it on.
Right.
We've tried it in Office. It runs decently enough on a Steam Deck, so I bet it's similar performance.
That would make sense.
I'm tangentially watched the Slack threads where people are talking about getting it to run on Switch 2, and it's just fascinating, the little differences between Steam Deck and Switch 2 power-wise, what one emphasizes over the other and vice versa. It's not like a direct comparison. So it's just funny sometimes. You're like, oh, Switch 2 has bottlenecks doing this type of rendering or content. that is not what the Steam Deck has. The Steam Deck has a different problem. It's kind of fascinating in that way that I don't want to be a graphics engineer, but I like being on the sidelines looking at it.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been playing. Like my game, there's a lot of games that come out that you played 2 that I want to
I've got
actually
2.
play.
Yeah.
I want to play 007 First Light, and I want to play Mina the Hollower. It's just I need time to do it.
Exactly. Well, and I'm lucky that I actually have time. I haven't been having time. I know it's been a rare thing on this podcast where I talk about me playing new games, but I do have 3 games to talk about. First of all, I'll start with A Link to the Past. I finished A Link to the Past for the first time ever, and I'm very excited about that. And thank God for save states, by the way. It would take me a lot longer without save states. It's a fantastic game, and the Dark World overworld theme is a banger. I love that song. But yeah, the dungeon design is just so smart. And the way that the items, some optional items, like I don't think you need to have the cape. But if you get the cape, it makes some things better.
Sure.
But I love the Ganon fight where eventually it like disappears and it makes you use your different tools. Like you have to light the fucking torch and then hit him with your sword and then switch over to your silver arrows to shoot him. I don't know if there's a way to defeat Ganon without silver arrows in this game. Is there?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I never tried it without. So,
yeah. So it was just top to bottom. What a great game. I played it over the course of a couple of years. I did the light world and then I put it down and then I did the dark world. And I kind of liked doing that because it felt like extending the time with it and not getting fatigue from like basically 2 games. It felt like together. And just the hidden secrets and the way that you can kind of manipulate with the mirror to get to different areas. And oh man, I can see why, despite Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom being amazing, some people thinking Link to the Past is still my favorite Zelda game.
I think it's my second now. I think Breath of the Wild is above it for me at this point. I
mean,
Breath of the Wild. That's out. I think it's Breath of the Wild, then Link to the Past, then Wind Waker are my top 3.
Yeah, those are such great choices.
Yeah, they're amazing games.
Those are my top 3. I wrestle where to put Tears, just because it kind of feels like Breath of the Wild, but
is lesser than those though. In my opinion, it's cool. And it builds on Breath of the Wild in great ways, but it didn't recapture Breath of the Wild completely.
Yeah, right.
Which is fine, but it's neat. Tears of the Kingdom is neat, and with what they added, but.
And we're talking about like I don't know degrees of difference where they're still like the greatest games of all time. Like which is your favorite greatest game of all time? Because I picked up Oracle of Seasons after I finished Link to the Past because I was still on a Zelda kick, and I played for about an hour and a half, and I was like, I can tell this wasn't made by Nintendo. Like it's fine, but I had enough. I was like, okay, the dungeon design is not. It's very much like perfunctory, as opposed to like revelatory. So there's that. And then I just on a fucking whim, mostly because Yoshi never made it to me. And I was like, well, I refunded Yoshi. I'll pick it up eventually, but I did not know when I pre-ordered it that you could not do co-op in it. And my daughter and I like to play Yoshi games together, so it's sort of a bummer we can't play it together. So it slipped down my priority list. And I was like, well, I refunded the money. Fuck it. School's done. I've, on a whim, based on all the reviews, I'm going to get 007. It's not even a game that was on my radar to pick up, but the reviews kind of convinced me, and I really enjoyed GoldenEye on the 64, the single-player campaign.
Yeah.
Obviously, we love playing the multiplayer together, but and boy is 007 First Light fucking great. First of all, like the writing is stellar. I'm only 3 hours in, so writing is stellar. The way that it gets you into the game, the tutorial, I know I said the word tutorial so many times on this podcast, but the tutorial on this one might be the best tutorial I've ever seen. I don't know if you've heard anything about the tutorial in this game.
Nope.
I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, I haven't really been spoiled much of anything on the game, other than coworkers are like, "This game rules."
It's so good. I don't want to say anything about the tutorial then, but if any of you who are listening who have played it, you know why it's great. It is fucking great. And then it just, you move into the main story, and it is like Uncharted cross Hitman. Like it is just that third person action game. Kind of quippy a little bit, but not in the Marvel sort of way, kind of a more cerebral sort of way. And then you've just got scenarios where, I've got to get, I was in a club and I had to go do a thing, and you could get to the back room to do that thing in any number of ways. You're kind of just roaming through the club, picking up different conversations, and just investigating in different ways that just unlock different pathways to do the thing. And it was really cool. In Hitman, I felt like it was a little bit, because it was just such a large, expansive world that you're in, like to where you need to go to kind of piece together what you should do, or where you can pick up disguises or whatever, was a bit broader, where this one is, in the club, for example, was just so contained, like it was not possible to kind of get lost. And it was really cool to kind of unlock 2 or 3 different pathways to get up the stairs and go into the secret area. And basically you're trying to like fuck up a rendezvous between some guy and this government contact. And you can fuck it up any number of ways. And I kind of chose one where I locked him in a closet, basically.
That's funny.
Yeah. But you've got gadgets like you do in Hitman, or like you do in Bond, and it's kind of got some Hitman-esque, disguises you can put on, or you can use your watch to kind of interact with different electronic devices to kind of mess with them, to kind of help you reach your target. So it's just a lot of pathways, a lot of ways that you can kind of puzzle out how to meet your objective, and you don't have to do it one way. So it kind of feels like a puzzle box. Not as complex as Hitman. I'm sure it will get there, because it does have the.
That's what I've heard. Is it doesn't ever get as complex as Hitman. It's kind of as Hitman light in kind of ways. Like you can tell that DNA is there.
Yep.
But it is not the full immersive sim that Hitman was, because they're like, no, that's not what this game is. It's still a bit more action-y focused and streamlined in a way that is, I don't want to say mainstream, but fits the Bond franchise more than it does like what Hitman was trying to be.
Well, and I think that's to its credit. Like it really does marry those two sides really well. Like when we heard a long time ago that IO Interactive was making this game, it kind of made sense because of the spy, sort of thing. It's not really an assassin, but all of that made sense. And they've kept to what Bond is and thrown in Hitman over top of it. And it's not just over top of it, but integrated in a way that's really smart and engaging, but also doesn't get so in its bag that you're just like, okay, I have all these tools. What can I do? It's just, here's a few options. Here's how you can do it and have some fun. So I voice acting is great. Writing is great. The scenarios are great. The way that you interact with your team is awesome. Like it really, just 3 hours in, the writing is like, this is fantastic. And I think it doesn't overstay its welcome. I think it's telling me that I'm like 10% of the way or 20% of the way through the game. It makes me feel like it's like a 10 to 12 hour experience, which I think is just right for this.
Nice.
So fucking enjoying the shit out of it. But I haven't played it in a few nights because I've had some other things to do. And then while my daughter is playing, she switched over from Tears of the Kingdom to Pacopia. Okay. So while she's on the couch playing that, I'm playing Mina the Hollower on my Steam Deck. And I debated for a while which platform to get it on, and ultimately I decided Steam and / Steam Deck because the pixel art I think probably looks better on a smaller screen than it would kind of blown up on a big TV. But I haven't seen it, I don't know. But Mina the Hollower is like a, I don't know what it's not 2.5D. It's like an overhead perspective. It's like a Link's Awakening /
Yep.
I guess people are comparing it to Dark Souls in some way. You drop bones, and if you don't get your bones after you die, then you lose them forever, kind of thing, like Souls a little bit. And you use those bones to upgrade, so that has that same mechanic. But anyway, pixel art. Jake Kaufman does the soundtrack, and it's chiptune using a Game Boy. He said he's using a Game Boy synth set, basically. Yeah. So it's an incredible soundtrack that I've heard so far. But you are Mina. You can burrow into the ground and pop up behind enemies. You can choose at the outset. You have like 3 choices of weapons. One is like 2 short swords, which is what I'm using. There's a hammer, and I can't remember the third one. Maybe an axe or something like that. And yeah, you have this world that you're exploring and trying to, get to. The first objective is kind of like to get to town, and kind of that sets off what happens next. So I got to town today. after exploring the outer area to get into town. There's a couple of different hidden pathways, a couple of things hidden. I don't find the difficulty, maybe it ramps up later, but it feels totally doable. I know there are a ton of assists that you can turn on to reduce damage, all kinds of things you can imagine to kind of bring the difficulty down. So far, it's not. I've had 2 bosses so far. One that was trophy pop, and I beat them both first time. Like, there wasn't anything too challenging there. Pixel art is great. Music's great. The sense of exploration so far is nice, but it's been very contained because there weren't a ton of branching paths or places I could burrow into that I found. A few secret areas, but I think now that I'm past that sort of, you got to town, now the whole world opens up, then I think it's gonna expand more. So far it's really scratching that exploration itch. So
yeah, I'm gonna probably pick that one up here at some point. What are you playing it on?
Steam Deck.
All right.
Yeah,
that's what I
bust up my $1,000 OLED. Apparently, one thing I forgot to mention was the Castlevania influences. Not only the aesthetic, in terms of not the graphics, but the mood, the vibes. But you pick up a secondary weapon like you do in Castlevania, and can use that in fights. And you pick up vials of things that fill it up like hearts do in Castlevania. So there's Castlevania, Dark Souls, and I see less of the Link's Awakening so far, but I'm sure I'm going to get there. But yeah, man, it's great. I played maybe an hour and a half so far. So far, so good. I'm glad I picked up. It's $20. I think the devs are like, I don't know how much credence there is to it, where the devs are like, this is make or break for us, which is wild considering how well they did with Shovel Knight.
Shovel Knight. Yeah, not Hollow Knight. Shovel Knight. And all the Shovel Knight stuff. Like, that's strange to me.
But if you were a backer, I guess you got it for free. A lot of that stuff for free. But I'm sure they sold a bunch of stuff. So
yeah. But I assume it is selling well.
I hope so.
Let's see. Let's go to Steam. Top seller Steam. Mina the Hollower is... it's
on the page, at least. It's below.
It is below... Oh, let's get rid of free-to-play games. It is the highest selling game. The only thing above it is a Steam Deck.
Oh, good. I don't see concurrence on SteamDB. I guess there's 9,000 players right now.
That's about right.
Yeah. I bet they wish there were more, but because I know it became a meme by the end, but Hollow Knight Silksong had a lot more than that.
I wonder what Mina's peak has been. Yeah, it's not in the top, even in the top 100. It's out on a bunch of platforms, though, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, it's on. Yeah. It's on Steam. It's on Switch too. It's on PlayStation, Xbox. Yeah, it's on everything. Okay. And for $20, which is just kind of a no duh.
Yeah.
Right.
Was it on Game Pass at all?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
Yeah, there's a feeling that it probably has much higher concurrence on those other platforms.
Yeah, because Steam was the highest 24-hour peak was 12,900.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
It's opening weekend, so
yeah. But yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I need to play it. It seems neat.
Yeah,
but I'll have a good break of time to play things here shortly. And it'll be good. So I actually don't think there's a ton coming out in the summer. My game comes out. That's one thing. But other than that, we were talking beforehand, there's not a lot. Not a lot in June. There's Star Fox at the end. And then there's the Splatoon Raiders.
Raiders in July, yep.
In July, which the Splatoon in the West has never been like the biggest seller.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, it's like a single
actually going to be a
game.
pretty quiet summer overall.
People are just getting out of the way of Grand Theft Auto. Yeah. Does that even have a date yet?
Yeah, it's November.
It does have a date. Okay.
They've mentioned the date
November
19th.
Times. Yeah.
They're like, no, it's this date. No, really, it's this date. We're not flipping it. It's this date.
November 19th. Yeah.
But I think a lot of games actually shifted because they thought GTA 6 would be now.
Yeah,
because originally it was supposed to be now.
It was, yeah, exactly.
Or so originally originally delayed now. Or
maybe that's why it's so quiet.
So people had already kind of either decide that they were going to go before when it was going to be this June-ish time frame, or push out later, and then it moved fall.
Yep.
So good luck to anybody there that pushed till fall.
Yeah, hopefully they're in very different genres. I mean, Marvel's Wolverine comes out at least 2 months before it, so that one should be fine.
Yeah, that would be great. That's perfect.
That is a great time frame.
Yeah, but cool.
Yeah, that's what I've been playing. It's nice to be playing something.
Yeah, you got some time before things ramp up again.
Yes, exactly. So another month and a half still. Fuck, that's nice. Awesome. That feels very good. Cool. Well, anything else for the podcast tonight?
No, I'm good.
Awesome. Well, everyone enjoy the week of games coverage, and we'll be back next week to recap all the fun stuff that happened. And we'll see you then.
Later, everyone.